Why do you think, David, that sort of is a recurring theme? Not every week, but every so often, guys come in and say, "Oh, we didn't play hard tonight."
I don't know. I don't know if it's so much we didn't play hard tonight, because I think you can go back and look at a game and you can see where guys are playing hard for a stretch or playing hard here and here. I think maybe just letting fatigue get to you, or just maybe a couple lapses happen. Maybe you miss a shot. Maybe you get blown by, or the other team hits a couple threes and you start getting down, and so maybe that affects your perception of what's going on, and that affects your effort. So I don't know if it's a whole game. I don't know if somebody's not playing hard for a whole game. I don't think that's the problem. I think it's just maintaining that effort despite whatever happens.
But both games down there, you didn't even start real well, right?
Yeah, and I wouldn't have an answer for you on why we wouldn't start playing hard from the beginning.
What's your impressions of ASU, and especially Baczynski?
He's solid. He's tough. He's the nation's leading shot blocker. And that's that's not easy, not hard to do. Not hard to do. He's gonna be tough to go over, shoot around. He's solid.
He's really improved from a year ago, right?
Absolutely. He's improved from a year ago, and he had improved last year from my freshman year. So he's gotten a lot better.
What's the mood of the team right now after the LA weekend?
Right now it's good. I think yesterday's practice was really good for everyone. It was one of those practices where it was tough because it was like a fight. Everybody was fighting all practice. The whole practice was based on physicality and just playing hard the whole time. And I think we needed that kind of blowout where everybody's just like, okay, that's what we need. We need to play like this. This is what's going to be required for us to move forward from where we're at.
How well have you guys been able to make sure you're paying attention to ASU and not looking ahead to playing the number one team in the country on Saturday?
Extremely well.
Yeah.
Extremely well. I don't think anybody's thinking that game.
A couple of comments heard after the game on Sundays that you guys are referring to Arizona State as must win.
Well,
is that accurate?
We were told to view it that way, and I think that's it's the next game, so it is a must win. No matter, you can't look too far into the future, because then you'll put a team off, and that team will come out and kick your butt up and down the court. So the next game is your biggest game, and the next game is a must win.
You haven't played at home very much. When you have, you played pretty well. You think it's going to make a difference for you?
I think it'll be nice to be at home for sure, because it's a familiar environment, and we've been on the road a lot. And this last road trip, we flew into LA, and then we flew out after the USC game, and then we flew back in. And so, just a lot of travel, and I think just eliminating that will just give everyone a chance to kind of not have to worry about the stress of travel and just dealing with all that nonsense. At least for me, I don't particularly like going through the airport and doing all that stuff. But
you got to sell out apparently on Saturday, and I would presume there'll be a decent crowd. How much did they help you?
Oh, it's great when the crowd's there, because it's nice when something goes right for you, and it's magnified by when the crowd lets you know something went right for you. So, it's demoralizing for the other team, and it's revitalizing for us.
And also the students will be back for this game. That'll be nice too. You guys seem to have a little tradition going where after the game you go on the students.
Yeah, walk through, high five the students. Yeah, that's great. That's one of my favorite parts, because they're all so fired up, and it's just great because they're going crazy the whole game. So you got to give them their due.
When you watch ASU on tape, besides Baczynski, what stands out to you?
They really get after it. They play hard, and then Jahi Carson's he's quick. He's really quick, and he's one of those guys who you got to really pay attention to. And they surround their whole team's just solid. It's a solid team, and anybody can take this league. There's nobody. I know everybody's going to look at Arizona. They are number one in the country, but anything can happen, especially in this league, and it's solid from top to bottom, and anybody can beat anybody.
How was Richard looking forward to his battle with Baczynski in there? They're number 1 and 2 in the conference in rebounding, and then is he?
I haven't talked to Rich about it really. I think we're kind of just focused on doing what we have to do as a team to win the game. We haven't really focused on, ourselves individually and what our matchups are going to be. I think it's just more, as a group, we have to come out with a certain mentality and just a certain, just a mindset where we have to come out and play hard every possession as a team. It can't just be one guy every possession. We can't alternate every possession, one or two guys playing hard. The whole team's got to play hard together, maintain that effort the whole game.
Dude, how much difference have you seen in Richard growing up the last couple of years? I mean,
A lot. From my freshman year to now, it's crazy to think about, and he's just come so far physically and mentally. Because I can't even put into words. He's come so far, and he's really built himself into a really respectable young man.
and you were a freshman when he was suspended for the second half
Mhm.
of his sophomore year. Were you thinking, could you imagine him becoming the guy he's become on and off the court now, and what he's been able to turn things around academically and as a player?
Yeah, that's been huge. He's come a long way. Especially you just look at when he was suspended his sophomore year. That's a large chunk to miss. That's a huge. That's kind of a setback. And Rich took it in stride and really grew from that. And he's really, really improved. He didn't let it get the best of him.
Yeah, he said that he thought it really kind of sparked him on the right path. Have you seen that?
Yeah. Oh, it's just sometimes everyone needs that moment where you kind of need that kick in the head that okay, this is how I got to do it. That's not working for me, and everyone needs that moment. Maybe that was his.